Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with another Patreon request. Thank you so much to my Patreon members for your support for my channel. I do appreciate every single one of you. Today we're checking out another song by Rush. Super exciting. I've been told I should check out this song. It is called, hold on, I got my notes, Presto. It was written or at least recorded in 1989. Fun fact about me, that's the year I was born. So like me and this song have the same age. That's interesting. Um, Let's see, before we jump into that though, I do want to give a big thank you to all of my supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon, or here on Patreon if you're watching a cross-posted video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. And thanks for checking out cool music and sharing cool music with me, and maybe even checking out music you've never heard before. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Let's jump into this. I'm pretty excited. All right, friends, once again, we will be checking out the song Presto by the very, very iconic band Rush. We will be checking out the official audio that is remastered on their channel. I was not sent a link for this request, so I thought it would be nice to do it directly from Rush's channel. Hopefully they will let me upload it to YouTube. If they don't, at least you can find this on Patreon. Also, I do have the lyrics in front of me this time. I've got them on my phone, and I'm leaning my phone against my screen, so I'll be able to read the lyrics along with the song this time around. Let's jump into this.
If I could wave my magic wand, I am made from the dust of the stars, and the oceans flow in my veins.
Yes.
Here I hide in the heart of the city, like
Gracias.
a stranger coming out of the rain.
Okay, those first two lines were much more uplifting, and then the last two lines of that stanza, not so much. I wasn't ready for that. Let's keep listening.
The evening plane rises up from the runway over constellations of light. I look down into a million houses and wonder what you're doing tonight.
Aww.
If I could wave my magic wand, I'd make everything alright. I'm not one to believe in magic, but I sometimes have a second sight. I'm not one with a sense of proportion. When my heart still changes overnight. I had a dream.
The lyrics so far have a similar vibe to another Rush song I've reacted to recently, where he was singing about how he doesn't really believe in like woo-woo type stuff, but he does believe in love. Which song was that? Y'all will have to remind me. I'm sure somebody will. I'm sure several of you will, and thank you for that. I appreciate it. But I can't remember the name of the song at the top of my head. But yeah, this seems to be perhaps a reoccurring theme with this band is reflecting on the possibility that, you know, or at least the concept that magic doesn't exist, but if it does, it exists in in the realm of like love and companionship. I think that's really lovely. I like that. I like that a lot. Take it back a little bit in case I interrupted anything, and let's keep listening.
Changes overnight. I had a dream of a winter garden, a midnight rendezvous, silver blue and frozen silence. What a fool I was for you.
Do y'all hear the intensity in the strumming and the drums there? It's like bam, bam, and then strum, strum. Man, there's some intensity there. Holy moly, I want to hear that again.
Rendezvous, silver blue and frozen silence. What a fool I was for you. I had a dream. Can't you see my temperature's rising? I radiate more heat than light.
It's an interesting phrase. I radiate more heat than light. And that's worth reflecting on a little bit, I think. Took it back about 5 seconds. Let's keep listening.
Don't ask me, I'm just sympathizing. My illusion's a harmless flight. Can't you see my temperature's rising? I radiate more heat than light. I'm not one to believe in magic, but I'll sometimes have a second sight. I'm not one with a sense of proportion. When my heart still changes overnight, I'm not one to believe in magic. If I could wave a magic wand, though my memory has a second sight, I'd make everything alright. I'm not one to go pointing my finger. If I could wave a magic wand, when I radiate more heat than light, I'd set everybody free. I'm not one to believe in magic. If I could wave my magic wand.
Wow. Like all the ideas from the song came colliding together at the end there in this lovely crescendo and almost like a round where it overlayered over itself. Interesting. Wow, very poetic lyrics there. So certainly an interesting experience having the lyrics in front of me. It did make it a little difficult to pick apart the actual musicality of it. I feel like I spent a lot more time staring at the lyrics and reading them than I did like listening to the guitar and the drums. Honestly, this was an experiment trying to have the lyrics in front of me. I'm not sure if I liked it. Honestly, I feel like I focused way more on the words and less on the actual music of it this time around, which I'm personally finding a little disappointing. Um, Let me flip the camera around and yap at y'all though, because I do have some notes to share. Okay, so like the things I was able to pay attention to musically and outside of the lyrics was the way the guitar and the synth was adding that like magical feeling. It had that like tinkling kind of sound, and there was like a some chord progressions that really gave that like mood of like magic. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, there's like you listen to music and you hear you might hear a melody or a little thing that just kind of gives you the vibe of like, oh, this is magical. That's it had a lot of that. Okay, like I don't know the nerdy music words for it, but there's just a vibe you can hear, and I could hear that in the guitar and the synth and the drums even. Holy moly! Like Neil Peart is so good at drums. Okay, like how are you gonna put emotion in drums? That's not something I've ever considered before. That can actually happen. That you can hear the emotion of the drummer in the drum pattern of the song. Like that's really cool. And I heard that here. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if it was like there all along or if they somehow found a way to remaster it into there. I don't think that's the case. I really do think that there is such a thing as being able to drum emotionally, and Neil Peart must be an expert at it because I could hear emotion in the drumming. What a weird thing. I find that weird because that's not something I ever considered. You know, yeah, I just never considered that's a thing that can happen, but it can. And Neil Peart is apparently an expert at it. The what else can I mention? And I don't know how much of this is from the remaster or from the original, but there was so much amplification in the drums and in the guitar. Like it felt like you could hear them hitting the drums harder. You could hear him strumming. Who is it that does the guitar? I always forget. I get the two of them confused. I'm so sorry. I will get it eventually. But like you could hear how hard he was strumming. Like you could hear that intensity. There's what I'm looking for. You could hear the intensity in the instrumentation. And I thought that was really cool. Now again, I don't know if that's part of the remaster, if that's been there all along. Beautiful song though, really beautiful. Felt very magical, lyrically very poetic, possibly over my head. In fact, I probably should, even though I had the lyrics in front of me, I still feel like I didn't fully grasp the concept of the song. So I do want to take a quick moment to just pause, read over it, see if I maybe get like a fuller idea reading it without trying to also listen to the music, and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, be right back. Poof, I'm back. Okay, so I was kind of right, but at least I think I was kind of right. My first impression was that it might have been about like a failed relationship, but it seemed like it was more than that. It was more than just one specific instance. It almost felt like he was singing about like changing the past, but you're not able to. You just kind of have this like hindsight or second sight, as he referred to it, almost like almost like reverse premonition, which is wouldn't that be what hindsight is? I don't know, but it is a kind of a sad concept to look back on things and wish you could change them, and that's kind of the vibe I was getting, but I wasn't really quite sure. And after reading over it, I still feel that way. So that's my guess. My best guess is my interpretation of the song is it's like, can I go back in time and like fix something that where I went wrong, like a mistake I made or something. And my first impression was that maybe it was about a relationship where something went wrong and you wish you could go back and fix it. But after reading it over, I'm wondering if it's a bit more broad than like a connection with someone. It could be really anything that you want to go back and fix. That's my best guess, but I could be wrong. In fact, fans of this song who have heard it more than one time, this is my my first time hearing it, my only one time hearing it so far in my entire life. Those of you who have heard it many times and have come to find meaning in it, please tell me your interpretation. What does this song mean to you? I would appreciate that. Anyone who's a huge fan and knows what the song means to the songwriter, I'm assuming it's Neil Peart because he's like the big lyricist of the band. If anyone knows what he specifically wrote it about, feel free to tell me in the comments. I would appreciate learning. I feel like I have yapped quite a long time. That timestamp is, yeah, it's getting a bit long there. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. If this is your first experience with Rush, click that link in my description. For once, I pulled one directly from their channel, so you can check out more of their official uploads from there. This one was an official upload. Yeah, so go check out more of their music if you haven't already. Again, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I've gone on quite long enough, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.